Friends, 669 days of war, starting from the southern war zone in Ukraine. On Kherson front, Krinky bridgehead is held by Ukrainians, though as per ISW, Russians have made advance on this particular bridgehead. In addition to Krinky, there are other bridgeheads on which Ukrainians are holding on, like Kozak camps, anti-Mosky bridge. And this they are able to do because of Ukrainians have bolstered their defense through electronic warfare, artilleries and UAVs and shipments of their men and material with the help of boats despite incurring heavy losses all along the eastern front of Dnieper River because of Russian heavy artillery and UAVs. And let us move on. On Zaporizhia front towards Orikho sector, nothing much is happening now due muddy grounds. However, the fight continues towards west of Rabotino and Verbov, where both the armies in turns are carrying out counterattacks. Towards Rimivki salient, Russians have made some small gains towards Staromayorsky, but otherwise by and large status quo remains. In north, towards Kharkiv regions. On Kupiansk front, battle continues for Sinkivka and Russians are literally pushing in inside. However, due Ukrainians' heavy defensive positions, unable to get inside. Fight continues towards Petropavlovka and towards Kupiansk itself. In Liman direction, fight is on for Terny. Ukrainians attacked on Torsky Dibrova but unsuccessfully. Towards Terny, Russians made some small gains. In east on Bakhmut front, on southern flank, Russians made some gains towards Klishivka and Andrivka, though the gains were small. Coming to northwest towards Bohdanivka, Russians made good gains, and as per an unconfirmed information, they have captured hills which is overlooking Chasiv Yar. They also made gains towards Krasnoye, which is Ivanivsky, and this particular establishment is only 400 meters now for the Russians. In the meantime, Ukrainians too carried out counterattack and regained some lost position close to the road leading to Chasiv Yar and Popivsky. On Avdivka front in northern flank, the fight continues for Stepoe, where the Russian army is inching forward from both the north and south flanks, rather directly attacking this particular highly fortified positions. As per one of the pro-Ukrainian analysts, it said that the Russian attacks on Stepo is rather like raids and trying to gain territories in bits and pieces. They have also advanced towards Okeretino, Novobakhmutivka. As far as coke and chemical plant is concerned, heavy fight continues, though no gains for any of the sides. In westwards towards Pervomaisky, Russian army gained almost 200 meters and slightly advanced also towards Nevelsky. In Marinka city itself, Russians have further advanced in the northeast ruins towards Ivan Franko and Parisian Street, though still, for the namesake at least, Ukrainians are still holding these positions, and hence Marinka in toto is yet not captured by the Russian forces. In south of Marinka towards Novomikhailivka and Pobeda, Russians have made some small gains. Towards interdiction missions, Ukrainians continued shelling and in a larger number In the Russian regions of Kursk, Belgorod, Donetsk, Russians in their turn hit many Ukrainian targets in Kiev, Kherson, Dnipropetrovsk and other regions. War of attrition even during the winter season is quite heavy from both the sides. Coming to Palestinian-Israel war situation, IDF has advanced little bit in north and even in south towards Khan Yunis areas, though very minor one. No changes towards Rafah border. In the meantime, death toll has risen close to 21,000 in Gaza Strip. As per a press release, Netanyahu has told Biden that military operation will continue in Gaza Strip until all objectives are achieved. And objective, we know that they want to capture full Gaza. Coming to Operation Prosperity Guardian, where US has mustered help of 20 countries but not without bickering. In totality, those who are openly with it are UK, Bahrain, Canada, France, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Seychelles, Spain, though it is not very sure how long will it continue, and Greece, Australia. There are, as per information, another 8 countries who are with the US but do not announce it publicly. In fact, coalition troops have started their activities off the Yemen coast in form of surveillance and mustering their forces. And this is towards Gulf of Aden, Bab al-Mandab Strait and Red Sea. Activities also are reported towards Eritrea. In the meantime, there are huge protests against American and other involvement in Palestine and anti-Israeli forces. In Sydney, they saw a huge crowd march in support of Palestine. Also in Bahrain itself, which is directly pro-US and Israel, people demonstrated in huge numbers. In Israel itself, thousands of protesters demanded Netanyahu's resignation. This is the general situation as far as the war is concerned. Nothing much from Africa, but must tell you that Indian-Russian trade has increased more than 50 billion US dollar, which is huge. The Palestine war has definitely shadowed what is happening in Ukraine, and probably as far as material support is concerned to Ukraine, that too has dwindled. Well, friends, that brings an end to my talk today. See you tomorrow. Thank you.